You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly pop and geek culture show covering movies, TV, games, and comics. Now your hosts, Cody Pinnick, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Overload, the pop and geek culture show that'll still be writing 2022 on their checks if they wrote checks, because it's 2023 and nobody writes checks. I'm Cody, and that's just a taste of my observational humor.
I'm Sam.
I'm Josh, and I sometimes still write checks.
Wow.
I've never had a checkbook my entire life.
I'm
Wow,
actually
that's impressive.
I'm actually on my last couple checks of my current book.
And I'm Samantha. On that note.
All right, so we made it to 2023. Congratulations, guys.
Yay!
Woo!
We made another spin around the sun.
We did. So we have a great show for you this week. A bunch of things to talk about, including...
Everybody shoot your guns directly into the air at midnight and wake me up from being asleep.
All right. So let's get into some of our check 'em outs.
Check it out! Pork chop sandwiches.
What?
Pork chop sandwiches. I watched a lot of the old Fensler films, G.I. Joe PSAs the other day.
For the new year, you picked the crustiest, oldest meme you could find.
I did. It was either that or, hey kids, I'm a computer. Help computer.
That one, you could hear how old that was.
You could hear the crust on it. Yeah, that's why I picked it. Yeah, the classics, you know. All right, so yeah, let's talk about some things we've been doing the last couple of weeks, you know, during our holiday break.
So we started watching the anime Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Watched the whole first season and the movie. I really like it. I thought it's visually very interesting. I mean, it's pretty stock standard other than that for, anime and whatnot.
Fights the monsters, gonna be the guy?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it takes place in, like, almost turn of the century Japan. Like, there's Western influences, like trains and modern, and like Western fashion, things like that. It follows this character, Tanjiro. He,
Tom Jiro.
Yeah, Tom Jiro. Yeah. He lived in a rural, remote village or whatever, and his family is killed by demons, and he is saved by a demon slayer, and that starts him on his path of becoming one, traveling swordsman that fights demons in Japan.
Okay.
And his sister, during the attack, was bitten by a demon, and so she became a demon. But they're working on where she's not evil, but she has demon powers. So anyway,
doesn't he like keep her in a box or something?
Yeah, she can because in their world, demons can't be exposed to sunlight. It's kind of like vampire rules. They can't be in the sunlight, and they have to eat people to get stronger, I guess, or whatever.
Okay.
Except for Nezuko, Tanjiro's sister, she just sleeps a lot and gains power.
Oh.
Sounds like
sounds like me.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
That's how I gain my power.
Yeah.
Sleep all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I did a lot of over break, actually.
Same, actually. Believe it or not.
Power naps.
Yeah.
But no, I really like it. When they use their special anime superpowers, it looks kind of like traditional, like Japanese woodblock painting style kind of stuff.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Like a lot of heavy lines and things like that. But no, it's actually not. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Music's really good. You know, I like the general art style of everything.
Didn't you watch some of this, Samantha?
Yes. I don't remember much
You
of
don't
it.
remember? It was a
why I
while
didn't
ago.
say anything.
Yeah. It didn't stick though, apparently, because you didn't watch more of it, and then you never told me to watch it either.
Like I said, I enjoy it. I think there's more to watch, but I haven't really looked.
But something that you did watch and then you did tell me to watch and then I liked was we watched The White Lotus, the first season of that. It's really good. It's an HBO show about a bunch of rich people that go stay at a hotel in Hawaii and like just how messed up they are and how terrible they are.
Yeah, this was one of those filmed during COVID kind of shows, right? Because that's like very minimal cast.
Yeah.
And like one location kind of situation where everyone just quarantined together and did this one first season of the show. Is that correct?
Yeah, and
Everyone's trained slightly more than 6 feet apart.
It's very character centered
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I think it was written by the guy who was Jack Black's friend in School of Rock. The guy that he stood in and pretended to be.
It has been so long since I watched School of Rock.
Yeah.
I think that's the director, also the director of School of Rock.
Oh yeah, I think
it
so.
is that guy.
I think it's that guy. Yeah. Because he looks like a less cool Trey Parker. And that's how I always recognize him. Oh, is that Trey Parker? No.
Oof.
No. He has red hair and he's not as cool. Okay. That's the guy from School of Rock.
Trey Parker just looks like somebody's dad now.
He kind of does.
He really does.
I mean, to be fair, so do we.
Yeah,
well,
it's true.
yeah.
It's true.
Time happens to all of us.
Yeah, I was going to say his
guys.
hair's really thinned out, but then like, so is mine.
I can't ever see it because obviously it's on my own head, but Nicole says I've been getting a thinner spot. I'm like, no.
To be fair, Trey Parker's got like 10 years on me, though.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, White Lotus and not getting old.
It's just entertaining just to watch these characters play off each other and like
Awkwardness. I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's big on like I don't know, class issue kind of, because it's the way that these awful rich people play off the people who work in the hotel too, and the way
it almost sounds like an extension of Arrested Development, kind of.
It's not that wacky.
Not that wacky. Okay.
It's
No close-up magic?
it's extremely
They're illusions, Josh.
it's extremely grounded and like realistic.
Okay.
And not like outwardly funny either. It is funny, but like
Black comedy.
yeah, it's a black comedy. Exactly.
Okay.
And the ending is good.
Is that the one with Jennifer Coolidge?
Yes.
Yes.
And she's
okay.
very good on
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah. Well, good. Cool. Well, I've finally got around to watching the first episode of Wednesday. This is something we've talked about on the show for weeks now, I think.
Yeah, I think we brought it up every recent show.
Every recent show, and so I won't go into it, but I liked it. I'll keep watching it.
It's good.
I'll get there eventually.
I'm glad it's been doing gangbusters because it deserves it. It's a good show.
It does, yeah. It
Well-
just got picked up for a season 2, I believe, right? That's kind
Yes.
of on our news docket. Well, we got that one out of the way early.
Yeah,
there
now
we
we
go.
don't have to
Yeah,
talk about
we
it
don't
on
have
the
to talk
news.
about it.
Because there's not much more to the story
It's
than
just that,
that.
hey, surprise, it's coming back. So that's really cool.
I feel like part of it is like, I'm trying to say how to put this and not be gross about it. The general
Doing great so far.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. The general, I don't want to say obsession, but almost where people are really about the Wednesday Addams kind of aesthetic, I guess is how to put it without making it sound kind of weird. You know how the recent internet's been all about, like, you know, the resurgence of like goth culture and, you know,
Yeah,
that general kind of look of things.
It did hit at the right time
It
for
did.
that.
Sure.
Yeah. Which I'm all for. Let's bring back all kinds of goth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for that. Let's open Outland back up in Columbus. How about?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I haven't thought about that in a real long time.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh man, I really like Wednesday's roommate Enid though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of great.
Yeah, she's cute. The whole character's cute.
I think they cast everyone very, very well for the series.
Yeah.
There isn't a single character that doesn't hit.
Yeah,
They did a good job.
but it is also kind of weird, like watching, like especially watching like the Tim Burton. Were those Tim Burton?
No, they weren't.
I guess
The movies? No, Tim Burton didn't
I
do
guess
those.
Tim Burton-esque kind of movies,
Kind of, sort of.
like Addams Family and Addams Family Values. Watching
maybe a little bit.
watching those a lot. But then seeing this show where Morticia, Gomez, Wednesday, Pugsley show a little more emotional range.
They're more human.
They are more human.
And that's all right.
They are more human. Like, Pugsley dealing with, school bullies and missing his sister and things like that.
I think the original TV show was they were more human there too.
They were.
Because that's what they had to deal with on the show was just regular everyday stuff.
See, it's been so long since I actually watched the original show. So I there's a lot of things I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think I watched more Munsters than I did Old
I was going to say, yeah. See, that's the main difference between Munsters and Addams Family. The Munsters were weird but didn't know it, and acted as though they were just normal folk. The Addams Family are weird and they know it and they don't care.
Yeah, they're very self-aware of their quirkiness.
Yes.
Also, well, I don't know. You've only watched the first episode. You're not that far
we
yet.
can't go that in depth.
Yeah.
Never mind that point then.
But yeah. If we were all further along, I would have words. I would have further opinions about characters and such, but I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Yeah. Don't spoil it because I will continue with this series and yeah, that's the main thing I've been doing. Work did not slow down for me during the holiday season, so.
Gotta love that end of the year, stuff that people have to get out of the way.
Oh, the push. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We watched The Menu last night.
Oh, I've been wanting to check this one out.
Is it a horror movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Because I could never really seem to find a straight answer on it.
It's kind of also a black comedy too, but also a horror movie. Because it does get gory.
Terribly
not terribly, yeah.
so. It's light gore.
Not like Terrifier 2, which we put on.
Oh no!
We put on over break with dinner.
Oh, I'm familiar with the Terrifier.
Yeah. We put that on over dinner to watch. We went about 5 minutes and then went. Maybe not right now.
Yeah.
Maybe some other time, but not right now.
What's the clown's name in that? Is it like Art the Clown?
Art the Clown.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the first one. So I was excited to watch the second one, but it just not the right time.
No, time and place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't waste any time
Nope.
getting absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But The Menu, on the other hand.
Okay, yeah, what is The Menu about? Let's let the folks know that.
A guy and a girl whose relationship you're not exactly sure of, but they're on some sort of date to a fancy restaurant on an island somewhere, where there's a really famous chef who apparently cooks the best food, is there, and they go there to have a several course meal prepared by him, and there's other guests there too, there's a movie star guy.
It's like a rich people dinner party.
Yeah, exactly. It's a rich people dinner party. And there's a bunch of Wall Street bros that are there, and then things get weird. I don't want to get too spoilery about it because that's half the fun of the movie.
Sure. Yeah.
Is where it goes, and it goes places.
Yeah. And see, that's Ralph Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy. Is that correct? Okay.
And everybody's
they're
really
great.
everybody's really good in it. I don't think I've seen anything with Anya Taylor-Joy in it that I didn't like. I don't know if she just picked some good or what. Because she was in Last Night in Soho, and I really like that one too.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah. And Queen's Gambit is great. That was a great miniseries.
Yeah. That gives us high hopes for the Mario Brothers movie.
Yes, her role as Princess Peach.
Yes.
Oh, that's who Peach is?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? The more I look at her and think about it, she kind of has the Princess Peach look about her.
Kinda, yeah.
Not that it's a live action film, but
Why does that matter?
Yeah.
I can still kind of see it though.
Oh, what if it was a live action film and we have Chris Pratt and Charlie Day running around in the overalls?
Yeah. And adult bibs.
Now I'm just thinking of that episode of SNL with elongated muskrat as Wario.
Oh God.
Man.
Oh, we were talking about Mario. Wait a minute.
It's a me, a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice.
But it was though.
But it is the voice.
And
though.
then we heard the voice.
And then we heard the
that's
voice,
what it
and
was.
guess
You know,
what?
the more I've watched it, the more I like that clip where he's going through like the Toad Village or whatever.
Oh yeah, I love that clip.
It's actually really good.
Like visually, I'm excited for the movie, and for the most part, I think most of the voice cast, except for obviously the one gripe that I always have.
I'm excited for every part of the Mario movie except for Mario.
The soundtrack on that clip is just so
It's good. It's really good.
It's
yeah.
so many little
And then-
Mario themes.
And then like that little bit when they walk past that antique shop, and the one Toad asks the guy, he's like, "Does this work?" He's like, "Oh yeah, you just got to blow into it a little bit."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
There's going to be a lot of that.
I know.
And
it's
I'm
gonna
fine
be,
with that.
Yeah, I'm here for that kind of stuff.
Did you see that the McDonald's toys for it leaked? And apparently there is a Luma
Yeah.
as one of the toys. So there's potentially
a Rosalina?
a Rosalina
Huh.
that they haven't announced.
Watch, it's gonna be like an end credit thing. Though in the actual trailer, Peach does mention there are other galaxies and things like that. I'm like, okay, there's the Mario Galaxies reference.
Well, someone took the map and actually they have a brief shot of like the map of the world.
yeah,
with all the different
where it shows
islands.
like Bowser's
And there
castle
was-
moving around.
And there was a very clear Yoshi's Island. That looks like the Super Mario World from the Super Nintendo
Nice.
map. There is a desert land that looks vaguely like Super Mario Land with Daisy
Oh.
and Wart and all of them off to the like west. And like there's different they someone actually went through and said, okay, this could be this spot, this is more than likely this spot. Like the Yoshi's Island actually has the giant hill with the bandage on it
Nice.
up at one point.
Okay.
During the break, I'll try to pull it up for you guys. But so yeah, they're doing it right. They're referencing everything. But I even think there was a tiny island that looked like Mario
Isle Delfino.
Isle Delfino somewhere in there. Yeah, with the crescent moon shaped island or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I thought the Crescent Moon Island was in Super Mario World. It was like one of the bonus islands or something.
No, you're thinking of the Star Road.
I think it's Star
Am
Road.
I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is star shaped.
Okay. But no.
Wait, we went on a tangent.
Yeah,
there.
we
The
did.
menu.
Hey,
Actually, I was
tangents
done.
are great. That's
I was
all right.
done talking about the menu anyway.
Hey, there you
and
go.
just want to give it a recommend if you have the stomach for horror, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. I finished I 100%ed Vampire Survivors.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I played it so much on my phone, and you know the thought that I had as soon as I finished it on my phone? I kind of want to play this on PC. I kind of want to
Finish
start
it there.
I kind of want to start from scratch
You
and
gotta get the Steam achievements.
I do. I got to get all those Chivos.
No, you need to play Pokemon. Is what you need to
I do need to play Pokemon.
Same. But I've also got Ragnarok that's still sitting on my table that I need to play.
I currently have 3 full-length games that I have not even touched that I need to jump into. I have Pokemon, I have Violet, so we could trade stuff if you guys
I also have Scarlet.
You have Scarlet, so between you guys, we'll trade them. We'll get them all.
Haunter that needs passed around.
We will catch them all. I have that. I have Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher.
I forgot about that.
The Ultraman Monster Rancher.
Yeah, I forgot
that I
about
downloaded and have not touched. And I still have Astral Chain from years ago.
Oh, wow.
I have a physical copy of Astral Chain that I've gotten through the demo, the opening level, up to the point where I got my Monster Man, and then stopped.
I feel like Astral Chain's going to be one of those games that ends up being rare and worth money.
I think so.
So I would hold on to.
I think I'm
hold on to that one.
I think I'm going to, but yeah, I have 3 games right now that I just and my brain is like, but you know what you could do?
Vampire Survivors.
You can get a 30-minute. You can get a 30-minute pass on this one. It's all good.
I keep trying to open the coffin in the first level, and I keep screwing it up.
Oh, really?
It's driving me nuts.
Oh man, and that's a really good character that you unlock from that one as well.
I get it now. I got to try it again.
Yeah.
I fell back into Yakuza the other day too.
Oh,
Started
nice.
playing Yakuza Kiwami 2 again.
Okay, I was gonna ask if it was the mainline Yakuza or Like a Dragon.
No, yeah, it was Kiwami 2.
Kiwami 2. Okay.
I've finished 0 and I finished Kiwami 1, so I'm on 2.
I like
And-
Yakuza. It's so goofy.
Yeah,
It's great.
It's just like flat out fun.
super serious in the main storyline, but you like walk one block over and here's Kiryu dressing up like a mascot and saving kids from
or
from gangs.
or teaching a bunch of dudes with pompadours how to be
punks.
How to
Yeah.
be punks.
Real estate chicken.
Yeah, real estate chicken.
Oh yeah, Nugget.
Yeah.
Nugget, the real estate agent.
Or getting cursed by a The Ring VHS tape.
Yep.
I had that happen to me just yesterday.
Just remember when you're playing these games, Kiryu has never canonically murdered anyone ever.
No,
Not
he's
even
never
once.
killed anyone.
He has picked up full-size bicycles and slammed them into people and has definitely murdered people when you're fighting them. But canonically, he's never murdered a man.
Even though you can take a switchblade, jam it into a guy's gut, and then knee it further in, he never has killed a soul.
Kiryu
Just like
is
Batman.
a Yakuza member, and he has never canonically killed a person, not even once.
I did a heat action move that I'd never seen before yesterday, where he just picks a guy up and slams him butt first on a pylon in the street. It was hilarious. And the move was called like Essence of Butt Buster.
Nice.
It's quickly, like, as I've discovered it, it's quickly become one of my favorite game franchises. Like,
It's so
hands down.
goofy.
It is.
And if
like,
you get bored with that, you can go to the arcade and play the entirety of Virtual Fighter.
Yeah.
Because it's just in there. All of Virtual Fighter.
Or I like it when you're in I think it's in Zero, where Majima's like the nightclub manager or
Yeah,
whatever.
the cabaret manager.
Yeah, and that guy is just like pouring like champagne on him, and he's like, "Why, thank you, sir, for this. For giving a taste of this glorious champagne."
He's the ultimate cabaret host.
I know.
Majima is so scrungly.
I love Majima. Majima's
yeah.
probably one of my favorite characters.
yeah.
I love that eye patch goofball.
Kiryu-chan.
I just love in later games where he has like almost the Inspector Clouseau and Kato, like you're walking around a corner and all of a sudden Majima's there and he's just going to attack you.
The Majima Everywhere system.
That's it, the Majima Everywhere system.
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll be walking around and you'll see like a giant traffic cone and be like, well, what's under there?
Majima.
Oh, it's Majima.
Who's that Majima?
Well, Like a Dragon does that Pokemon joke. There's a professor that's cataloging the different types of people in the town.
Oh, yeah.
And like you get there's like a lineup of 3 of them like Pokemon. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
it's great. All right, well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here. When we come back, we will get into some news.
Hey, Paigey. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I don't know, Paige. But I do know this. Long Play is the #1 show at both 11 p.m. Fridays and 3 p.m. Saturdays. Right here on, you guessed it, 104.7 WZMO. I invite you to tune in and check out the show that's a legend in its own mind.
All right, guys, we are back from the break. Let's talk about some pop culture news.
Who am I? What am I?
First up, Neil Breen movie.
oh, that's right. I forgot that there's a new Neil Breen movie.
As soon as you clicked that, I was like, "Oh, we're talking about Cade."
We're going to talk about Cade Dash, the tortured soul.
Tortured soul, yeah.
The tortured crossing.
Tortured crossing.
Beyond Two Souls.
Oh, can you imagine if Neil Breen and David Cage made a game together? It would be nightmare. It's nightmare.
It would be The Room, but playable.
Oh. So, yes.
You'd have to play it on 2 computers that were running it
simultaneously, 2 laptops.
Yeah.
I'm hacking into the government.
Uh-huh. So, filmmaking auteur and Las Vegas architect Neil Breen.
Is that why he has all the money to
Yes.
make these? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, he's an architect and
I knew he had to be
real estate agent.
I knew he had to be independently wealthy in some way to.
Yeah, that is how he makes all of his money.
To fund this garbage.
Yeah.
He is working on his 6th real theatrical film called Cade, The Tortured Crossing,
Which is a sequel to one of his other films.
It's the first sequel that he's done.
Yep.
It's a sequel to his previous film, Twisted Pair.
Yep.
Twisted Pair, of course, about 2 psychic AI twin brothers
That have magic powers.
And it's not about a kind of Ethernet cable.
It's not.
Like I thought. Shielded Twisted Pair.
Little IT humor for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very good. I like it. But no, Cade was the good twin in Twisted Pair.
Right. With that horrible fake beard that the evil one wore.
Oh yeah.
So basically, we're getting a Breen cinematic universe.
We're getting the Breenaverse. Yes, into the Breenaverse.
Oh no. He's just going to have a bunch of versions of himself.
There's going to be a bunch of laptops, and he's going to yell "No more books" at you over and over.
Yeah, just wait till he pays for an animated film.
Oh man,
We'll end up with Food Fight too.
Basically, well, this movie is practically animated because it's all shot on green screen with composite backgrounds thrown in.
That always works.
It looks like an FMV from the 90s.
It does.
Oh my god!
Every shot looks like an FMV because
it looks like Command and Conquer.
There are
Command
no
and Conquer
physical
cinematics
sets.
All of his movies basically already are like FMV games from the 90s.
Practically. Yeah. Somehow he has gotten worse at filmmaking because Double Down is terrible. His first film, Double Down, it's terrible.
Which is not named after the KFC sandwich.
It would be wonderful if it was named after the KFC sandwich. But at least in that movie...
A sequel to that KFC movie.
Oh, yeah. The romantic drama with Mario Lopez.
Oh, what was that called?
Oh man, what was it? But it was like it wasn't Hallmark. It was
Hallmark.
It was a Hallmark thing. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm looking.
Or was it Oxygen?
It might have been one of those. Yeah, I don't know. But no, at least in Double Down, he went to physical sets and he had an actual film camera and he actually did things.
The KFC movie was called A Recipe for Seduction.
That's it. Yep. But now
it was made for Lifetime.
Lifetime. That's it. But now he's filming everything in his garage with a green screen.
So much easier, and
he's
you
just
can
like
hardly tell the difference.
And he's like clicking and dragging himself across the page and stuff.
I don't know, man. That one scene from Twisted Pair when he's jumping around like all those pipes and stuff with all the same static explosion.
Oh, you jumping around? You mean he just kind of put his hands up and they just click and dragged his body from like the top floor to the bottom floor?
I think we need to watch more of these, probably.
You guys I have all of them. You're more than welcome to come over anytime and we'll watch them, Breen. I mean, we watched Fateful Findings, right?
Yeah.
We could call it Breen Eggs and Ham.
Breen Eggs and Ham.
Okay, that's our new podcast.
That's it. Yeah.
Trademark. Boom.
Boom.
Josh Harrison, 2023.
There it is. Oh my God.
Your Patreon goal, if we reach a certain amount, we'll start production on
Breen Eggs and Ham.
Oh, I love it.
That's probably the best joke I've ever made. Oh man, I have peaked in my career.
But yes, the master of film.
Master. Oh my goodness, Neil Breen.
And because he's a real professional filmmaker, instead of having one website, neilbreen.com,
anybody can be a professional when you fund it yourself.
He creates a new URL for every film that comes out.
Does.
He creates a new PayPal account for every film that comes out. Have you ever tried buying, I guess you guys never have, or no one ever has, buying movies from Neil Breen's websites are a nightmare. Let me tell you what you have to do. Whenever you want to buy a Neil Breen movie, you have to go to the website of the most recent film, not the one that corresponds to the movie, but the most recent one. and you have to put in your PayPal information to buy the most recent film. And in the comment section, you have to put in which one you actually want. And they will show up on a burned DVD-R, sometimes not even with the name of the movie scribbled in Sharpie on the front of it.
So he hand makes you a DVD?
These are artisanal, one of a kind, theatrical, real life films.
So there's this YouTuber that Nicole follows, and he talks a lot about like Neil Breen sometimes on his podcast and stuff.
Which one is it?
Curtis Connor. He's from Canada.
Okay,
he's
so-
quite funny.
Okay.
We went in Columbus and saw his live show. It's actually
Oh,
pretty
right.
good.
Yeah, I remember you going to that.
Yeah.
I know yourmoviesucks.com did a big Breen thing. So
Yeah, but Curtis on his very good podcast talks about it, and he was talking about how Cade, the tortured soul
Crossing.
tortured crossing.
He would play too much Animal Crossing during COVID lockdown.
I mean, we all did, but gotta get them tarantulas, man.
I can't
There's
catch the
ranchos.
Beatles. I can't cut down my trees.
I didn't plant my money plant.
Who am
Everything
I?
is ruined.
He goes out to a special island and starts yelling, "Who am I? Where am I?"
Nook. But no, I guess he tried to. He emailed him and wanted to fund his newest movie. He's like, I want to give you money, and he didn't let him.
Oh yeah, no, because he doesn't. He doesn't accept handouts.
No, he said he wanted experienced film financiers, is what he told him.
Because this is a real, actual. This is. I remember he did like a full thing about how his movies aren't midnight movies. They're not low budget. They're not cult movies.
Okay.
He will only show them in theaters that give him a real, actual runtime, multiple screens a day, multiple times a day, like a real movie.
Well,
because
I think he was talking about getting this one to like a film festival.
he wants to submit them to film festivals. These movies are terrible.
Oh yeah. Like in probably like, I don't know, 10, 15 years time, these are going to be like the rooms that people are talking about. There's going to be like mockumentaries about Neil Breen.
Oh, yeah.
Not that we're not already doing it anyway.
Sure.
He doesn't have like the, I don't want to say lovability of a oh my god, I can't remember
Tommy
the
Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. He doesn't have the I don't know what the je ne sais quoi of a Tommy Wiseau.
He doesn't.
He doesn't have the mystery of the Tommy Wiseau.
You mean being a human hiding on, wearing a human skin hiding
Yeah,
on Earth?
exactly. He's just a weird dude.
He's a weird dude, but I gotta hand it to him. He is either completely oblivious to the fact that all of his films are derided and people enjoy them because they're bad, or he is playing the longest long con I have ever seen, and he's a genius because he never once cracks when it comes to talking about his films.
No.
He's got to know. He's got to know they're not
Like how
they're not great.
Like how tone deaf and up your and high on your own supply do you got to be, man?
Yeah.
The
it's-
fact that our significant others were chanting but while we were watching Twisted Pair.
Oh no, that was Fateful Findings.
Was that Fateful Findings?
That was Fateful Findings.
Okay. Regardless, my wife, your girlfriend, I think even Samantha here was
Yeah.
all chanting when he's in the hospital gown walking away.
Walking around with his butt out? Yeah. I'm trying to okay, so we're going to get some of these movie titles that he's done.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all
Terrible.
terrible names. Let's see.
They sound like cheesy dime store romance novel.
Okay, we have Double Down, where he is a secret spy
Oh yeah.
hacking the government with his multiple laptops. I Am Here, ... now, where he is a space alien and maybe also a Jesus.
I think in reality he's a space alien.
There's one scene where he is a space alien and he glued computer parts to his body because he's a computer AI alien. He had a motherboard on his chest.
He went to Goodwill, popped a bunch of keys off a laptop, and spirit gummed them to his face.
All right, then there's Fateful Findings, the one we watched, of course, the classic where he's a novelist that is also hacking the government.
I think that's what it was about.
I think so.
I don't.
Let's see, Pass Through, where he is, I forget what is it. What is? Let's
It's
see.
another vaguely IT related title.
Well, it's another one where he's a space robot Jesus that comes from the future that into the present to wipe out 300 million bad people.
Thanos did
Doesn't he
nothing
kind
wrong.
of do a little bit of that in Fateful Findings?
Yeah,
too?
he does that too.
He goes through a wall, so that's
Because he has magic rocks that have the magic
he had,
power.
like the weird
That's right.
He had the weird teleporting powers.
yeah.
And there are multiple movies where he has magic rocks, where he has magic powers. Double Down, he has a magic rock. Although, at least in Fateful Findings, it looks like he went to like a gem store and got an okay-looking rock. In Fateful Findings, it was just a rock. It's just a rock in a tuna can. That's all it was.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
Twisted Pair, where he was two AI people
/ magic superhero beings.
and then of course Cade, the Tortured Crossing.
Oh, Neil Breen.
which will probably also have a magic rock.
Probably.
But anyway, news.
Anyway, news. We have spent 15 minutes talking about Neil Breen films.
Time for some non-Breen content. Renfield. There was a trailer for that, and we didn't
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
talking about bad movies.
I didn't watch.
I mean,
the
I
trailer.
watched the trailer.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
I watched
yeah,
it.
It looks kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like Dracula in a modern age.
Modern age, yes.
We're following Renfield, and like most of the trailer takes place like in a support group
For
where
abusive relationships.
and he's talking about his boss, who is Nick Cage.
Nick Cage as Dracula.
Are they?
And he looks black and white. Did you notice that?
He does.
He
yes.
looks black and white.
He looks really pale and black and
Are
white.
they
yeah.
trying to like eat what we do in the shadows as lunch with this a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
It sounds very similar.
Yeah, yeah.
But also in the trailer, when Renfield eats bugs, he gains superpowers.
Which is kind of sort of a little bit based on the original novel. Renfield, once he becomes enthralled by Dracula, he does have a penchant to eat.
Well,
bugs
yeah,
and
he
stuff
had
like
that, but he didn't have like super strength
Well, sure.
like he does in this trailer. Like he literally
Yeah.
cuts a guy's arms off with a serving tray.
Right.
That's kind of vampire mythos, though. That's why you become a ghoul to a vampire, so
You
can
get
have
powers.
you can have a little taste
little
of the
taste of the
vampire power.
Yeah. And then Aquafina's there just to be like the wacky sidekick that says, "Did you just do that?"
I like Aquafina.
I do. I
though.
like. I love
No,
Aquafina.
I love Aquafina. I don't like that particular type of character. That is.
And she does end up playing that kind of character a lot.
yeah.
I mean, that's what she was
Yeah.
in Shang-Chi. That's kind of what she was in.
They at least
Well,
get,
and this is the second time she's done it, and that's kind of weird that it's twice.
Yeah. They gave her stuff to do in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Though. She got good with the bow and arrow, and she was a good driver.
Well, she's a cop in this one.
Yeah,
that
she's a
befriends
cop.
Renfield,
Yeah.
and then
He saves her at a bar or a club or I can't even remember now.
yeah, some kind of club or something.
Yeah.
I don't think Aquafina's TV show gets enough credit for being
It's
as
pretty
good,
good.
as good
Yeah.
as it is.
Yeah.
It's also the guy from The Great who's also in the menu.
Oh yeah,
Was it Nicholas?
Holt.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I know him as Beast from the X-Men prequel movies.
Oh, the First Class
the
movies?
First Class and like the 70s one.
he's so good in The Great. That's a good series on
Yeah.
Hulu.
Oh, the Catherine the Great. Mm-hmm. Like goofy, like not real history kind of comedy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so like unapologetically like
Vulgar.
vulgar. Yeah, that it's funny.
But no, Renfield looks interesting. I mean,
It's going to be goofy. And
it's
stupid.
Nicolas Cage going back to the vampire well.
Now he is a vampire.
Yeah, he
For real.
He maybe this character is that character. No, he dies at the end.
He
of that
dies at
movie.
the end of that
Never
one. Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Now if this Dracula starts saying his ABCs, if they do any kind of callback to Vampire's Kiss with Dracula,
That'll be great.
10 out of 10, perfect
Yeah.
movie.
Which is weird because Nicolas Cage has another movie getting ready to come out too.
He always has a million
It
movies coming
feels
out.
like
He's
it.
got all those back taxes.
Oh yeah.
Wait, he has to pay for that pyramid in Louisiana. His mausoleum?
Oh.
His giant marble pyramid that he has built? Yeah.
They didn't take that away from
They
him?
did not take that away from him. No. You know what? Nicolas Cage is to the point in his career where the guy clearly likes to work. I mean, yes, he needs the money, but he clearly likes to work, and he
Is not ashamed to do anything.
picks really interesting roles. It's not like, yeah, he does a lot of stuff, but everything he does is pretty interesting.
You can say what you want about, what was that, Willy's Wonderland?
It's an interesting movie.
In that movie, like, he is definitely doing something.
He nailed
Yeah.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he made the conscious decision to not say a word in the entirety of Willy's Wonderland.
And have a near, like, sexual attraction to pinball.
That was, yeah, he did love his pinball. Yeah. But like some of the other stuff he's done, it's all been interesting.
What was the Pig?
Pig was great.
Pig was amazing. And not at all what I expected.
Pig was great. Mandy was great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Color.
Color Out of Space.
Color Out of
that
Space.
was very good too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a Lovecraft.
And
Yeah.
I just reminded myself I need to watch the
Incredible Weight of Massive Talent.
Massive Talent. Yeah, the
Yeah.
unbearable weight of massive talent.
Oh yeah, where he plays himself.
Where he plays fictional Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
fictional Nicolas
Talking
Cage.
about how he has no money and everything. I need to watch that. That looks
That's
great.
him and Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me that the Last of Us show, boy, that looks like it could really go either way, huh?
It looks like any other show.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like White Noise, the show
Yeah.
to me. It's one of it's a weird thing where like I watch a thing for it and I'm like, oh yeah, it looks kind of cool, and as soon as it's off, it's like it's gone. It's like that Doctor Who villain where once you take your eyes off of them,
The
it's
silence, or-
the silence, yeah,
The silence.
where it's deleted from your memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show is like the silence.
And like the showrunner has been tweeting some pretty dumb stuff apparently
Of course.
about how a video game you can't really care for it the same way because when you die you just start over again, and this is a show so it'll be more emotionally impactful that way. And it's like,
No.
whatever, dude.
Whatever.
Like, we're past this as a society where we talk about video games in this way.
and not being art.
Video
Yeah.
games as a lesser thing is it's kind of old hat. There's a movie that's coming out, and I only know about it because there were a flurry of articles about Martin Scorsese says the films are not dead because of this new indie film called Tar. The movie is about this weird drama starring Cate Blanchett about a operatic conductor and how she's on top of the world, but also a horrible human being. And it's a very, very serious drama. And so I was interested. I'm never going to watch the movie because it sounds kind of boring. So I read the Wikipedia article because that's what you do at 2:00 in the morning when you're at work and nothing's going on. And apparently she falls from grace because of all the terrible things she's done. And I don't mind spoiling this because whatever.
It's not in our purview.
And but the last scene after she's fallen from grace, she finishes conducting an orchestra for the new Monster Hunter game and is given a round of applause by a bunch of cosplayers at a convention. How far has she fallen from
no.
grace that she is now working in video games?
And then she shakes hands with Tommy Tellerico. Oh,
Like, come on.
yeah.
Come on.
How dare the symphony orchestra put on something that the common man may enjoy?
Exactly. Like,
That sucks.
that sucks. It sucks. But Scorsese loves it.
So speaking of other things that may or may not suck,
Okay, that could be many
I know
things on this.
I know that's what I'm trying to go with here.
Okay.
Y'all see that new cast of Clue characters for the new version of Clue?
I have.
That's a hot bunch.
Yeah.
Hasbro has redesigned the cast of Clue to all be really hot for some reason.
So for some reason, yeah, they're all like conventionally attractive people now.
It's a straight up smoke show in the Tudor mansion.
What was the Twitter comment I saw? It's like these bunch of people noticed your vibe from across the bar and think you're into it, except for one wants to murder for you. But if you follow the clues. Yeah, it's like, Miss White Miss White has actually been out of the game for a long time because she was at first replaced by Dr. Orchid.
It was a cool design.
It was a cool
I like
design.
Dr.
Yeah, she was a
Orchid.
cool design. And now she is like a celebrity chef,
Yeah,
Miss White.
now it's Chef White.
Chef White.
Who may be a they them. I don't know.
Might be a they them. She definitely has the short cropped hair and sleeve tattoos that
that people crave.
That people crave. But like, yeah, every one of them's right down the line. Good looking bunch.
It's like watching like one of those dating reality shows on TV.
Yeah,
it kind of looks
a
that
little
way.
bit. Yeah.
There's apparently other new stuff about the game too, but I couldn't find any information anywhere.
I have never played a game of Clue
Oh my
ever.
gosh.
It's a good one.
Don't look at me like that. I know.
Even though Benoit Blanc doesn't care for it.
Yeah.
It's a good
He
game.
would rather play Among Us.
I've never. I mean, like Among Us, but I've never played Clue. I've never played Catan.
Catan's good too.
Sounds fine.
I like Catan.
I'm surprised a movie adaptation of Catan hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. Well, we need to sit you down and play a game of Clue. Not with me though, because I am very, very good at Clue, and it is frustrating to play against me.
There's a mobile version.
Yeah, that's true.
It's frustrating to play against you in fighting games too.
It's just walking through rooms and checking off boxes. It's a terrible game.
It's fine.
No, I like it. I'm quoting Glass Onion.
Oh yeah,
the new
true.
Knives Out
Yeah.
movie, which is fantastic, by the way. We watched that over break, and I loved
I'm
it.
probably going to be watching that this weekend.
I still didn't watch Knives Out.
I
you
think
need to.
It's not as tight of a mystery as Knives Out, but I think it's more fun.
Yeah.
I liked it better, I think.
The only thing I don't like about it is I think the name is clunky because they felt the need to put a Knives Out mystery as like a secondary title. They should have stuck with their guns and just called it Glass Onion.
Yeah, the James
And
Bond
if
movies
you know exactly.
Yeah, they aren't called James Bond 007 Casino Royale.
Casino Royale : a James Bond adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they should have just stuck with Glass Onion, because now what are they going to do when the third movie comes out? Because it is supposed to be a trilogy. Yeah. Is it going to be Heavy Steak : the Glass Onion adventure : a Knives Out mystery?
They're just going to call it Knives In.
Rubber Soul, a Knives Out.
The Rubber Soul.
The White Album, a Knives Out mystery.
Sergeant Pepper's.
Lonely Hearts Club Mystery.
Now we're just saying words.
We're just saying words.
So are they. But anyway.
Yeah. We got enough time for a couple of really quick
There's
hits.
a trailer for the Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, yeah, I did watch this one. And I thought that very little of it felt like an Evil Dead.
It sounds like they took a script and slapped Evil Dead. They turned zombie into Deadite.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like just any old demonic possession movie.
Yeah.
Which it looks like a good
looks like a
demonic
good one.
possession movie. But it doesn't feel evil. I mean, they show the Necronomicon Ex Mortis in the trailer, but like, I don't know. Nothing about it screamed Evil Dead to me.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell's not in it.
He's executive producing.
This
it,
is the sequel to the remake, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's in a similar vein, it feels like, as the remake, but I don't know if they're actually related or not.
Only time will tell.
I mean, I'll watch it. It looks like a good horror movie, and I'm always down for that.
Yeah. Let's see. So, creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, Yuji Naka, has gone to jail again. The man just cannot avoid jail time
for white collar crimes.
He's in the egg prison zone or whatever.
Yeah, he is. If he gets sent one more time, can we call it Yuji Naka Goes to Prison 3: and Knuckles?
Do you still have the Sonic Game Over sound on the soundboard?
I might.
That's the sound it makes every time he gets arrested.
Every time he gets arrested. Yeah, insider trading again. Apparently, he just couldn't keep himself from learning about all that sweet Square Enix news and putting his stocks where his mouth was.
Was his entire career at Square Enix a scam?
It might have been.
Because all he made was Balan Wonderworld, and that was terrible.
Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been. So he's been arrested twice, and he's been officially indicted once for the first arrest, and the second arrest is coming. Yeah, don't do an insider trading, folks. That's a bad.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
If you work at Square Enix and you learn about the next Dragon Quest and or Final Fantasy game, keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. Don't do anything with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah.
It's like when you're betting on baseball in a game you're playing. But anyway.
Well,
but Elon Musk can get on Twitter and pump stocks based on things he said and not get arrested. But hey,
and crypto coins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
anyway.
that's unregulated, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So did we want to talk about Black Adam 2 or how there won't be one?
Oh yeah, we could do that. That's a really quick one. So. James Gunn has come in. I think on the last episode a couple weeks ago we talked about that. James Gunn has come in,
he's the Kevin Feige of or Feige
of DC.
Of DC.
Yeah,
which is fine because James Gunn is great.
He's a good dude. We talked about we went over this.
We're
a few
firmly
weeks ago.
pro James Gunn on this podcast.
Are
and he made the good Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but so. He had already said that, Wonder Woman 3 and Henry Cavill as Superman, not going to happen. They're basically wiping the slate clean. They're going to do. Although I did read something about how they might keep Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Why?
Of all the people, they might continue to keep,
serial criminal.
Just loves crime.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Alleged serial criminal.
No, he was arrested for it. It's not alleged. It's public record. He is a criminal.
Alleged lover of crime.
Yes.
We don't know for sure that he loves crime, but it does seem that way.
It does seem that way.
When you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Anyway, The Rock was a few weeks prior to this was blowing really hard about how, oh man, Black Adam made so much money. It hit so many records. We're breaking records left and right with the Black Adam movie. We're getting ready for Black Adam 2. First off, The Rock lied. No.
Yeah, no.
It's barely broken even. And he was inflating himself on
like you do
his ego. But yes, The Rock very quietly on Twitter unfollowed Warner Brothers and the Black Adam official Twitter accounts. People are taking that to assume he's done.
Yeah, we're not getting Black Adam 2.
How petty is that?
Incredibly.
Oh my God,
Incredibly.
I mean, you look at the requirements, that Dwayne Johnson has when he does these things. Like, he can't lose a fight. He can't be a bad guy. Even though he played a bad guy in Doom.
It's incredibly boring.
Yeah.
The more this kind of stuff comes out, the more I'm like, I don't like that guy.
He's well, what we've learned is that all of the he has humongous lats. And originally I thought that was muscle, but apparently that is his ego. Stored in the lats.
It's stored in the lats. It's science.
Yeah. People always look to him as like, oh, he's the professional wrestler that actually made the jump. More and more, I'm thinking Dave Bautista actually
and John Cena.
Well, Bautista's an actual actor though.
Well, true.
John Cena plays fictional John Cena.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
Bautista actually can act.
Yeah. I mean,
He does multiple roles.
He's in Glass Onion. He's really good.
I've heard he's really good in that.
He's
And he's got that cabin. Was that Knock at the Cabin?
Well, and he's obviously playing a different character in Glass Onion.
Right. Yeah. Where The Rock is basically The Rock and everything. John Cena's John Cena and everything.
Yeah, anything with The Rock, it just feels like he's constantly winking at the camera like, yeah, I'm The Rock.
Hey, yeah, you know why you're here. Check this out.
I'm in a khaki shirt.
Look at me. I'm going to do the eyebrow thing.
Yeah, his classic moniker that he's been doing since forever.
I don't know.
I'd rather watch... actually, now that I think about Peacemaker and John Cena and that, John Cena's a good actor.
He's a good actor, yeah. One of my favorite things John Cena has been in is a stupid comedy bit that WWE did called Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Have I ever showed you any of those? They're real quick, short videos. The whole idea was the WWE was going through the vault. It found these old tapes from an old subsidiary that they got a hold of back in the 80s, and it's all of their wrestlers of the day putting on fake over-the-top 80s personas. And John Cena is the main announcer, Lance Catamaran.
Lance Catamaran.
And through him talking about the wrestling and cutting back and forth between promos, there's no actual wrestling. It's all promos. That's all it is. And Lance Catamaran apparently was a disgraced weatherman for the local Atlanta area news station that has been demoted to regional professional wrestling. Yes, and he puts on this very 80s. I'm a news reporter. I'm Lance Catamaran, and this is Southpaw Regional Wrestling. And this,
he's doing in his best Mean Gene.
Oh yeah, he's doing his best Mean Gene in this plaid suit. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Actually, I think now that you're saying that, it sparked a memory. I think I have seen at least parts of that.
Yeah.
People should not be surprised when wrestlers can also act because they're
because they're actors.
It's a whole part of their job.
Yeah, they are actors.
Yeah.
Actually, they're more than actors because they also have to do
they're athletes.
They're athletes and actors. Yeah. Yeah.
So stop being surprised when a wrestler can act, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Except for Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg can't act.
Oh, no.
Or Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
Hulk Hogan is always playing Hulk Hogan 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's the main thing. A lot of times, you're a wrestler. You're going to play basically yourself and everything. But sometimes you do get folks that can go beyond.
Plus Ultra.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Also, before you guys leave today, I'm going to show you guys. There is a professional wrestler named Kenny Omega. He is a...
Oh, I saw this. I know what you're talking about.
He loves video games. He loves his intros. He did a full Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII intro into the ring.
Angel.
Oh, it's fantastic. You guys are going to see it.
The same guy that did the Undertale one.
Right. He did the Undertale one. He's also in the promos when they announced Cody in Street Fighter V. He played live action Codell Travers.
Nice.
Mayor Codell Travers. All right, with that, we've actually hit time for the week, so let's go ahead and wrap things up. You have been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon at Nerd Overload Now.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
And I did fix the Nerd Overload hotline. It's back up and running again with a brand new number, 419-561-5556.
Easy to remember. A lot of fives.
A lot of fives. A lot of 2 6s.
Hey, there we go. That's all you need. You can also catch all of our back episodes on various podcast apps such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and more. And finally, I'd like to thank David Pencil for the use of our intro and outro. You can find more of his stuff over at davidpencil.com. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Pizza out.